Welcome. Good evening, America. Welcome to the show, People Got Something to Say. My show has been out a long time. It's been out over a year. I knew that this moment would come and we would have something that's going to devastate this planet that the world has never seen. The coronavirus is here. Now, there's things that we need to know. No one needs to have fear, but everyone needs to prepare. These are the things that we're talking about all over the world. First, social distancing. You have to keep a little distance between you and the next person. You don't know who the carrier is. And so, handshaking, don't do it. Somebody try to shake your hands, put your hands up. I don't do that. I don't do that. You can bow however you greet them, but do not shake hands. That passes it on. You're either a carrier or you're someone that passes it on. So, or you're the one that's going to be getting it. So you have to be very careful. Social distancing is very important. Also, again, like I said, do not shake the hands. This virus that is upon us is something this world has never seen. They're saying they're shutting schools down for 30 days at a time. It's going to be more than that. It's going to be months. But they don't want to tell you the truth because too much devastation at once. The world cannot handle it. Already you see panic buying, people trying to clear the shelves as though there's not going to be any food out there. Food will be there, so you don't have to panic. Again, make sure you don't go to a whole bunch of functions out there where you're getting close to people. You know, we don't need all the gatherings. They're limiting gatherings. They shut down everything. There's no basketball, there's no baseball, there's nothing to go to, there's no concerts. This is because we're in a state that this world has never seen before. So, you know, amazingly enough, when I was a teenager and my dream was to touch radio, and I was able to do that at KTSU, you know, here in Houston, Texas. But the thing about it, when I was a teenager, I had a vision that I had a gift, a voice that could soothe a nation. When I heard James Brown many years ago after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, and James Brown was all over the world trying to calm people down because yes, people were upset and they wanted to take the violence out on the world. So we have to be more calm. We have to understand that there is an enemy amongst us that we know nothing about. They have to come up with a cure. Not only do they have to come up with a cure, but we have to have tests. We don't know who has the disease. So we have to get tested. 80% of the people who get it will survive. 15% also will have complications. But then you got 5% that's going to die. So there's going to be some death. And those are the ones that are over 60, 70, and 80 on up. If you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, you have some underlying problems, that's when this virus can take over your body and take you down. I come to you as someone that is over 60, but I also believe that my time is to speak on this matter. This is why I come to you. This show is called People Got Something to Say, and I want your thoughts, I want your words, and I will bring it to the people. And now that we have very few resources to be entertained, I want you to make sure you visit my channel on YouTube as much as possible. I will be bringing you the things that I hear, the things that we need to do to protect ourselves. Again, companies are going to be shutting down for months at a time. The cure has not even been discovered. And so I've heard scientists say it's going to take a month, 2 months, 3 months. Some have even said a year, over a year. Companies are laying people off. We have airlines shutting down. Devastation all over the world. Thousands of people are dying. So again, this show is to bring you the words of what's happening in this world. This show is called People Got Something to Say. And I want your words. I want your opinions. My name is Erasmus, and I'm going to be bringing you all the information that I get and make sure that with this information, you have what you need to fight the disease that's out there. Again, social distancing is very important. Now that term was not only given by the scientists, but one of the callers in that watch my channel, Jimmy Johnson, said that make sure the people know about social distancing. So it's very important that you realize that you need to keep a little distance between you and the next person. All this hugging and stuff we used to do, we have to stop it. All the handshaking, when people put it out, you automatically put your hands up, that has to stop. Now, again, all you have to do is say, I don't do that. And we have to stop it because we have to get the testing. They're hoping to have drive-through testing. Charles Barkley came down with it. It took him almost 48 hours to find out if he had it. They're trying to limit that time. Hopefully within hours you'll be able to find out if you have it. We don't have enough tests. We need to get more tests out. So until we get the test out, until we can test people and find out who has it and who doesn't have it, we need to just stay close to home. No traveling should be going on. All traveling is being monitored. Ships are not going out anymore. If you had a cruise planned, you better check because they're stopping the cruises because of what's going on. So until we're able to get a handle on this virus, come up with some kind of cure, which we do not have right now, I want you to take this serious. I don't want you to panic, but I want you to be aware. This show is called People Got Something to Say, and we're always going to be monitoring what's happening in this world. This virus is something the world has never seen before. In 1918, there was something about a black plague that came about and killed over 52 million people. So, we've had something like this before, but this, I believe, is even worse than what was before because they have no cure. They have no idea what's going on. So, it's going to be up to us to make sure that we listen to the news and the scientists who are trying to battle this virus and know what we have to do. So it's important that we be careful, that we communicate with each other, that you do not infect your family and friends. And so, social distancing, no handshaking. These are some of the things that are coming down that we must do. Very important. You're listening to the show. People got something to say. You know, it's an amazing thing. When Kobe Bryant died, it shook the world. And now this virus is shaking the foundation of this planet. You thought the world was shaking when all over the world people were mourning the death of all those 9 people that died on that helicopter? This now is shaking the world even more. So, this world is not what it used to be. The United States is not what it was months ago. This is a brand new world that we're in now. Uncharted territory we're in. We have no idea who has the virus, how you're spreading the virus, how we can stop the virus. My next chapter will be what's going on, who's getting the virus. I want the test. I don't think I have the virus. I'm fortunate and blessed that my Father, Heavenly Father, allowed me to deny the number that I am. Whatever number, birthday number I am not that number. And because He allowed me to keep my health, I will fight this virus like the rest of you. And hopefully it will not take over my body. And so this is what we as Americans must understand. We must be vigilant. We cannot allow this virus to take over our body. We must be listening to the scientists about what's going on. We must learn from the countries where millions have died before. We must learn from China, where thousands are dying now. Italy, where they've shut it down and people can't leave their homes, sending food up to each other on buckets and ropes because they cannot leave their homes. We don't want to see that in America, but there's a strong possibility that could happen if we do not take guard. Be careful who you're touching. Do not be hugging. Social distancing is very important. No one should be afraid, but everyone should be prepared and be vigilant and understand that whatever you do, you bring that back to your spouse. Wherever you go, whoever you touch, and then you come back home, you bring that to your loved one. So remember that. You can walk amongst the world, the people of the world, but understand that when you come back and walk amongst with your spouse and your family, you have to be on guard. You have to be protected. Soap and water. Sanitizer is good, but if you don't have soap and water, use the sanitizer or wipes. But once you get home or you get a chance, soap and water is still the best thing. You don't have to go buying a whole lot of sanitizers. Soap and water, always the best thing. Wear gloves. Put gloves on. Protect your hands when you touch carts, when you touch doors. Have gloves on. If you're using money, if you're in the store working, you're taking money, giving money, wear gloves. Protect yourself. This is a new day dawning. The world has never seen anything like this before. 1918, the Black Plague took away millions. We cannot allow that to happen again. Understand, if you do not learn from your history, history can repeat itself. We can't allow that to happen. You're listening to the show called People Got Something to Say. My name is Erasmus. Stay with me. There's a new day dawning, and we've been blessed to see it. I'll see you next time, America. My name is Erasmus. Stay with me.